Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are reviewing the KTC M27T6 QHD Mini LED 27-inch gaming monitor. I've gone through the internet, checked specs, real-world testing, and user feedback to figure out whether this monitor is actually worth buying. And honestly, this is one of the most value-packed HDR gaming monitors in its price range. But it definitely comes with a few trade-offs you need to understand. Don't forget to hit the link below for the best price. Right from the start, the biggest highlight here is the mini LED backlighting with 1152 local dimming zones and HDR 1400 support. What that means in real life is you get much deeper blacks and significantly brighter highlights compared to normal IPS monitors. Explosions pop, dark scenes have more depth, and HDR content actually looks like HDR instead of just a marketing label. Now combine that with QHD 2560 by 1440 resolution and a 180 Hz refresh rate, and you get a really strong balance between sharpness and smoothness. For competitive gaming, 180 Hz keeps motion fluid, and for single-player games, 1440p keeps things crisp enough without needing an ultra-expensive GPU. One of the biggest strengths here is brightness. This monitor can hit very high peak brightness levels, around the HDR 1000, HDR 1400 range depending on mode, which makes it one of the brightest monitors in this class. That's great for HDR gaming and even daytime use. Now let's talk color performance. You're getting a wide color gamut with strong DCI, P3 coverage, which means games and movies look vibrant and punchy. It's not professional-grade accuracy, but for gaming and entertainment, it looks very impressive. Gaming performance is also a strong point. You get low input lag, adaptive sync support, and fast pixel response, which means it handles FPS games, racing games, and fast movement surprisingly well for a mini LED display. But now let's talk about the reality check, because this is where expectations matter. First, mini LED blooming is still present. In high-contrast scenes, like white text on a black background or stars in a night sky, you may see light halos around bright objects. That's normal for this technology, but it can be noticeable depending on sensitivity. Second, while HDR is strong, it's not perfect. Some users report that HDR modes can feel inconsistent depending on settings, and you may need to tweak local dimming and brightness to get the best balance. Third, viewing angles and panel behavior can feel a bit limited compared to high-end IPS or OLED monitors. You're getting performance and contrast, but not perfect uniformity. And finally, while it's great for gaming, it's not really a professional creator monitor. If you're doing serious color grading or design work, you'll still want something more accurate and stable. From real-world user feedback, the overall sentiment is pretty consistent. People love the brightness, HDR impact, and value, but they also mention blooming and some tuning needed to get the best image. So after going through everything online, here's my honest recommendation. If you want a budget-friendly HDR gaming monitor with strong brightness, deep contrast, and high refresh rate performance, then yes, this is absolutely worth considering. But if you want perfect HDR, zero blooming, or professional-grade image accuracy, then you should look at OLED or higher-end mini LED panels. Overall, the KTC M27T6 is a high-value gaming monitor that delivers a true HDR experience for the price. But like all mini LED displays, it's about choosing between great performance and a few visible compromises.